Greetings, toy heads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams. And today we are having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legend series, Guardians of the Galaxy comic Star-Lord. Picked this up off of Amazon. It was a recommended thing that they shot over to me, and it was on sale for 16 bucks. And I know virtually nothing about the comic book side of the Guardians of the Galaxy as far as Star-Lord and all the gang is concerned. I know the MCU, obviously, watching the movies and stuff like that, and had no idea that he looked like this. But I thought, that's a cool-looking figure, and that'll look good on my Marvel comic shelf, so here we are. Let's have a look at the packaging here. Marvel Legends series up at the top, ages 4+. On the top, we got the Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm assuming is the font and logo from the comic. There you can see Star-Lord and all his Star-Lordiness with some blue tinted comic art in the back there. Guardians of the Galaxy, warning, choking hazard, don't put action figures in your mouth. Over here, plastic free packaging, Hasbro. On the side, we've got some comic artwork, obviously from the comic book, of him sailing through the cosmos with the Marvel Legends logo on the bottom there. On this side, Marvel Legends series logo up at the top with a digital rendering of the picture of the figure. Yeah. Marvel Legends series up here, Star-Lord. There you can see the figure and the little picture of his accessories. Down here, we've got jibbery legal jargon across the board, ages 0 to 3. You know what that means.
If your child is not born yet, they shouldn't play with these toys.
That's right, you're welcome. More jibbery legal jargon, Houses of Klingon, and barcode with an Amazon barcode sticker at the top, and then on the bottom here, multilingual, plastic-free packaging, and more jibbery legal jargon. Let's get him out of the box, let's get him onto the pedestal, and we'll have ourselves a look. Okay, here we have him on the pedestal. Let's have a look at the accessories. First and foremost, he comes with two sets of hands. We have a right fist and a left trigger finger on him by default, but then he also comes with the right trigger finger hand and the left fisted hand, all in shiny gold plastic there, as you can see. The trigger finger hands being an up and down motion on the hinge, and the fisted in and out hinge on there. And then he also comes with a blaster pistol, like a very space age blaster pistol, all done up in a silver, not real shiny, but silver plastic there. A little bit pearlescent on there, but it's got some pretty good detail on it. I actually don't think I've ever seen this particular gun. Normally you see that sort of shield Hydra agent blaster pistol. So this one's a little, almost looks like the Starlight from Laser Tag a little bit, if it was tricked out, kind of. And then he also comes with a sword, or sword, if you will, a cutlass, which is really strange for a space guy to have, but, you know, that's cool. I've got the handle and the shiny gold plastic there. And then the blade in a silver metallic. Got a blood groove going all the way down here to that little point right before the tip. Looks good. And then we have Star-Lord himself, and he stands at approximately between 6 1/4 and 6.5 inches tall. So he's right on the mark where he needs to be. Looking at the sculpt, first off, that face sculpt is pretty neat. It's got a sort of a military style helmet in a shiny cobalt blue, with adorned with like a shiny metal little, I don't know what you'd call that, little flourish there, with some lighter colored metallic eye covers or goggles. I'm not sure what you would call those. I'm assuming they're attached, supposed to be attached to the helmet, so you take the helmet off and those come off. And then he has a half mask there with his the bottom part of his face exposed. Looks pretty good. The blue on the helmet is obviously shinier than the bodysuit. Got the bodysuit kind kind of shield agent-esque a little bit there with the blue and the white trim. We've got a little, looks like a little paint oopsie there, and that little crevice on his bicep. You got a little scratch right there, and got a scratch right there on that side. I don't know if that's intentional. Is that supposed to be there? It seems very like there's one there and one there and one there and one there. I don't know. Down to, we've got a gold belt with a holster on it for the gun, which that slides in there. That slides right in there, and that's a nice tight fit. That doesn't fall out, so that's good. More bodysuit going down with the white stripes going down the side. This right here I noticed when I took him out of the package. He's got that little bit of that gold flourish right above the boot line, which is a different colored gold, and I'm assuming that is supposed to match the boots, but it does not. Not really so much of a deal breaker, I guess. It's just on camera it's not as obvious. Well, I guess it is sort of obvious on camera than it is in reality here. It's very, very blatant that it's a different color paint, but you know, that's okay. Down to, we've got those gold boots there at the bottom. Looking at articulation, we've got the old Marvel static neck with the ball hinge up at the top, giving us full rotation on the head, and super good down, super good up, which you're going to get on that. But the disadvantage is, well, there's a little bit of tilt there. Actually, not bad. Seems like his head sits very high on the neck with this one, on this buck body. But we also have butterfly hinges at the shoulders, giving us some backward and forward motion on the arms there, which is nice. And then full rotation on the shoulder, with a hinge going up to right about there is where that stops. Bicep swivel on the arm with a double elbow going in, catching right there, coming down here, and no gauntlet swivel, even though it looks like there should be, because that's a separate piece from the arm. Full rotation on the wrist, and like I said, up and down on the trigger finger, and then in and out on the fisted hand there. And then we have a hinge mid-torso there for some ab crunch. Not too bad on the back. Pretty good on the forward. Do we have a waist swivel? Yes, we do. That is super. Loving that. Legs out to there. No drop down ball joint, but we do have a thigh swivel there with a... Ooh, that leg's tight. Okay, wait a minute. That's really tight on that forward. There we go. With a double knee going right there where that catches, all the way down to a boot swivel with detents on the feet and a forward rocker on the feet. All the joints are pretty smooth except for that little knee there, and this one's probably the same. Yeah, it is. You just got to work that out. That's not too shabby. Let's pop this fist off, which that comes off effortlessly, and pop this one on, and we'll put his blaster pistol in his hand, and then we'll put the sword in this hand, which is weird that he's got, I guess they just wanted to give him the trigger finger on both hands there. But it works for that sword. Alright, let's get him off the pedestal. We'll get him lined up with some other characters, and we'll see how he scales up. Alright, here we have him with the Metacom mafex Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper version 2, the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series General Hawk, and the Mattel DC Universe Classics John Stewart Green Lantern. all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with him. I think he's a really good-looking figure. Nothing real fancy about him, but nothing bad. Really, they hit all the articulation points, even with butterfly joints. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's a really nice figure. It would have been better to match that gold on the boots, or match the gold on the paint above the boots with the boots. But I mean, that's, if I'm going to nitpick about anything, I think that's probably the only thing. I'm probably going to use my acrylic white pen to kind of fill in those little holes on the arms, and I think there's a couple on the legs too. I think I might go ahead and do that, and I might even use my gold metallic pen to redo the gloves and the boots, and then it will match the gold on there will match the gold on the I don't know if I'll do the belt, but I think I will do the boots and the gloves, and then they'll match that paint on the helmet and the bottom of the legs. So, but yeah, 8 out of 10 for me. He's a nice looking figure. He'll look great on the shelf, and at the end of the day, shelf presence is what it's all about, ain't it? So that'll do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of my channel. You all have yourselves a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time, and until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.